You want to introduce me?
Good morning, friends. We open today's message with a smudge. Here is Elder Brian Lovelady.
Waboon, Eagle, Spirit Keeper of the East, we call you into this circle, bringing the energies of morning, of birth, of new beginnings. We call Beaver, Spirit Helper of the Southeast, bring the strength and solidity of home and family and the admirable trait of dogged determination without complaint. Shaunodes, a Coyote, Trickster, Spirit Keeper of the South, we call you into this circle, bringing the warmth of the noonday sun, the energies of the growing season, and the young adult years. We call Crow, Spirit Helper of the Southwest, bring the magic and healing of the shaman into this circle. Mujikawas, Grizzly Bear, Spirit Keeper of the West, we call you into this circle, bringing the abundance of harvest, the evening time, the wisdom of the mature adult years. We call Snake, Spirit Helper of the Northwest. As the snake bites its own tail and completes the circle, so the union of male and female energies completes the circle. Waboos, Great White Buffalo, Spirit Keeper of the North, we call you into this circle from the dream time, the snows of winter. We call Otter, Spirit Helper of the Northeast. With its ease of movement between water and land, may we also experience that same ease of movement as we transcend from the end of each cycle in the north to the beginning of each new cycle in the east. Grandfather Sun, Grandmother Moon, Father Sky, Turtle Mother Earth, all our relations, our brothers and sisters, the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, the crawlers, the swimmers, the flyers, the plant people, the standing people, the stone people, the sky people. We invite our ancestors. We invite the Creator. Vidadontoe Namikamos, Vidadontoe Nokamas, Jimikwich, Yahweh. Circle is open.
Good morning, friends. Again, what a lovely, beautiful full moon day. We are expecting this full moon tonight at 10:35 p.m. And it is the full moon of Lux Far Woman, the grandmother of this fourth moon cycle. For those of you unfamiliar with the moon cycles, we're here on this chart, and yes, this is my beloved bear claw back scratcher. Use it as a pointer here today. So spring equinox was at this point. This was, in this particular year, March 19th. And March 19th was the first time in 124 years that spring equinox was that early. We're here. We're halfway through the moon cycle. So moving into springtime. And this particular grandmother, Lux Far Woman, is the seer, the one who asks us to look forward and to do so from a divine place of introspection, prayer, and ceremony. So this is a full moon in Perigee, meaning the trajectory of the moon is an ellipse, and it means it's the closest to us. Now, some communities call this a pink moon. Whatever name you have, just know that Lux Far Woman is the grandmother responsible for this moon time. So this is almost like New Year's Day in a sense. We have an opportunity here to look past the issues of this pandemic and start planning for that time when it is over, the joy of the time that it is over. I pulled cards ahead of time. Today I felt the call to connect with the mystical shaman oracle, and although the co-creators of it are South and Central American authors, along with Colette Baron Reed, their concept of the medicine wheel is very similar to ours. And so as I pulled the cards, it was from the place of wanting to understand what's in it for us and how we might connect based on this information with the grandmother of this moon cycle. So the first card I received in the East position was Thunder. And Thunder card asks us to look past the overarching din of information coming at us, the fear, the sense of victimhood that this pandemic draws out in us from time to time. And while it's notable and important to honor the feelings we have as they come up, it's also important to recognize that with the thunder comes the rain, and with the rain, that's washing Turtle Mother. Look inwards, my friends, and still the thunder that's within you. So that's in the East position and occurring now. When I drew the cards for the South position, two cards came out. This one made me laugh. It's the card of the moon. So of course, this is an auspicious card for this full moon day. And also Rattle. Rattle came out at the same time, stuck together with moon. These two cards in the South position are asking us to do just what I have mentioned, to look forward to the South, or the summer position on the medicine wheel, to do ceremony now, to be introspective, to be humble in the knowledge that we are creating something divine, something that was foretold by our ancestors, to go to a place of forgiveness for the past and to look forward to how we are co-creating. It's really imperative that we co-create a new paradigm for how our communities interact. It's important that we look to connect with those neighbors that we might have lived beside for a dozen years and not even know their names. It's important for us to reconnect the threads of the web of life and recognize the holiness of this time. The position of the West card is Hummingbird. Hummingbird moves in a different dimensional or to a different dimensional space and appears to be in stillness. So no matter the energies around us, we are best served by finding that stillness within. This is in the West. And we have an opportunity here to be transcendent, to use this time wisely. There's no need to be sitting at home feeling sad and bored. This is a time for looking within. That stillness within is what allows us to move forward. And finally, I had a good chuckle with this card. I received the rainbow. No point chasing that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but recognizing that all colors exist within the white light. We are covered. We are covered by a rainbow of energy that is inclusive to everyone and everything. It's important to recognize that the rainbow requires both rain and sun, and we are going to receive that. So that tells me that by the time we get to this position, we're moving into the position of the rainbow. I was also called to pull a card from a different deck. This is an old card, a voice from the earth. It's one of the most dear decks to my heart, and it's by an author named Judith Pintar. It was such an important deck for me that when Brian and I got married 25 years ago, my wedding gift to him was his own copy of this deck. And the card I pulled sits in the middle of the medicine wheel today, here where Turtle is, and this represents us as individuals. The card that came up is Incarnation in the North. It is the tree of life. And it is a tree that's covered with snow and in stillness and silence, as if it's hibernating or asleep. When I prayed with this, I asked what this meant for the individual. It means we are not isolated, we are not alone, even though we have this social distancing, which is really not social distancing, it's physical distancing. We are still meant to interact and be social. We needn't be asleep. We needn't fall asleep at the wheel. We need to still be knowing that there is life within and this is moving forward. So even though we must be accepting of the situation of physical distancing and being in our homes, this is an awesome time of renewal. And it's a renewal time that not only we need, but Turtle Mother, the Earth, has needed. I did receive a few questions about the lesson to be learned from this, and the power of nature, speaking here to my friend Jerry, who asked the question. The power of nature is not to be ignored. She is resilient, she is inclusive, and moving forward despite the pandemic. I think we need to not wallow in the fear and the isolation we feel, but rather recognize that it is not a forest without each and every single tree together, and we can stand together. Life will move forward. So it is up to us to do the ceremonies, to sit with Looks Far Woman in her beautiful fullness tonight, to reflect not just on the physical beauty, but the emotional beauty that she can bring us if we exact the stillness, the inclusiveness of all the colors, not just the pink of this moon tonight. We are expected to recognize that we have an opportunity to project good intentions to the time when this is over. And it will be over sooner than you might expect. And that's the message that I have for you today. So do your solitary experience of ceremony tonight, for sure. Do your prayers, make your bundles, go out and hug a tree if you can access one close enough. By all means, take this time for ceremony and know that we are just beginning. This is just like the new year, and great opportunities await us. So miigwech, nyoen, thank you friends, and if you have any questions for the next video, which will probably be by the weekend, by all means forward them to me by personal message. And if you need to connect, do so.